Shout out to Wade for the $10 super thanks and a video idea. Can you talk about Martin's Licis progression as an arm wrestler? He's just a beginner, but his form is blatantly better than Brian Shaw's. Just my opinion. Thanks again, brother. We're going to discuss that. But before this, let's talk about Matt Rhodes' comments about Andrey Smaev potentially entering East versus West. Matt Rhodes, who was the former owner of King of the Table, he has already talked with Hafthor Bjornsson trying to get some sponsors for Andrey Smaev. And I think they have already succeeded at that. Sponsors for what exactly, you might ask? To get him to compete at East versus West and some other smaller stages. I think they're trying to do that so that he can focus more on arm wrestling. They want him to compete this year at an event called World Stars, which will happen in Krasnoyarsk, Russia. Matt said that he's thinking about Denis Kyutsin as his first opponent. I'm not sure who that guy is, but Devon also suggested Matt to get Tom Haviland, the Australian, as his first opponent. Matt mentioned that he has met both Levan and Andrey Smaev, and Smaev's hand and wrist are even bigger than Levan's, so he definitely has the potential. But the question that still remains is, what exactly is the sponsor going to do with this? If Smaev was someone who was struggling in life, he didn't have too much money, he didn't have any opportunities, then we can guess that a sponsor can help him big time. But Smaev is already pretty jacked, he's pretty strong, he weighs over 150 kilos. I may be wrong, but I think he's the only guy who weighs over 150 kilos and can still do multiple muscle ups. So long story short, I don't think the sponsor is going to pay him so much money that he can quit everything else and focus 100% on arm wrestling. He will still be doing the stuff that he's doing right now, and with that stuff, he's not good at arm wrestling. Let's be honest, despite having the strongest pulling strength in the world, he cannot transfer that on the arm wrestling table. Guys like Levan Saginashvili have already made comments about Andrey Smaev that they don't see the potential in him. So if you ask me, I don't think a sponsor is going to make him even 1% better at the arm wrestling table. He is going to be who he is. Martin's Licis is going to compete against Big Law's Lawrence Charlet. They both are strongmen. It can be a close match. Martins has basically no experience in arm wrestling, whereas Lawrence has competed many times. I've already seen him arm wrestle a couple of times at Arm Wars, but I think I do remember him losing to Uncle John in a very close match. So his level is also not very high. At least it wasn't a year ago. As the super thanks comment mentioned, Martins is looking good on the table. I was surprised to see him going sideways. Side pressure from a beginner is a very rare thing. And he's also fast. If he knows that his opponent is not stronger than him, he is going to blast off the go, which he wasn't able to do against Derek Smith. Obviously, Derek has a lot of experience and a lot more strength than Martin. That's why he was able to hold him in a hook and also in a top roll. But the thing is, despite looking good on the table, Martins is not a strong arm wrestler. It's impossible for him to be. And add on top of that the things which he mentioned in the video. He doesn't think that he's going to do this full time. He doesn't know how to arm wrestle. He's feeling scared. His hands were shaking after the ready go. He said that, I don't think it has been specified if Lawrence and I are doing left or right arm. He accepted the match and he didn't even know if he's going to arm wrestle right or left-handed. That shows that the guy is not committed. So without experience, without commitment, can he beat Lawrence, who has dedicated himself to arm wrestling for quite some time now? I have started to doubt that. But again, towards the end, Martin said that he's not strong, but he isn't weak either. The guy is honest. I don't know his YouTube video style, so maybe he was joking about some things, but to me, he didn't look serious. That's it for this video. Hope you liked it. I'll see you again.